I know. Okay, so this is looking like a pistol. This is looking like a pistol round here. So the knife round has been sorted. It looks like it's going to be Team Orbit starting on the CT side in that case, and Cloud9 starting on the offense. And already they've used their nade. So smoke on connector, that's going to create some options here. And Semphis is going to be putting pressure on short. Team Orbit have given up short control. Instead, they're trying for a crossfire. One man holding main, one man holding CT. And here you go. The focus is on the A site, and Cloud9 are just running right into it. They're already going to clear it up. A quick one-for-one trade frag over there, but the bomb is out in the open. The bomb is out in the open. How are they going to get it? Cloud9, how did the bomb end up there?
That's a massive issue, actually, for Cloud9 right now. They need to basically have to go for kills.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How does nothing just run up there, pick up that bomb, and get out in one piece? I was expecting some kind of like rugby level play where he just like runs back and he gets tackled and drops the bomb to his teammate, and then all of a sudden they get onto that bomb site somehow. Instead, he actually managed to make that mad dash.
Yeah, well, while he did that, you know, Cloud9 did manage to pick up 2 frags. So that is actually a pretty big win for them. And right now, the 2 remaining Orbit members are in a bit of a hard place.
Oh man, Jumpy, man, he just gets overwhelmed by the Shroud. The Shroud with the Tech 9, but then taps that bomb. But it didn't want to have anything to do with him. Cloud9, they get him off of it fairly quickly there, and that is going to be the pistol round here for Cloud9. So already 3 pistol rounds in a row for Cloud9 versus Orbit so far in this best of 3. Both of them on Nuke, and now to start things off here on Cash, they're just going to be able to hit the ground running here. Orbit taking a little bit of time with that buy. I thought for a second there was going to be some hesitation, but Maxi and Jumpy, this is that double lot play that they can go to right here. So it's already looking like Orbit, the game plan right from the get-go is going to be double op, lockdown, big portions, big swaths of this map.
Yeah, and you can actually tell that they've, you know, put up a fairly decent sized stack towards the A bomb site, and that's where Cloud9 are currently moving.
But the counter smoke goes out. Cloud9 is still going to be able to get out here. Mad shots incoming from Huiten, but he is not going to land with anything. And instead, it's going to be Semphis, Shock Airs, everybody picking up frags. Pyth finally manages to take out Semphis, but that's all he's going to get. And Jumpy is the last man alive here. Long-range P250 battle that he's taking. And he's actually managing to do quite a bit of damage to Shazam. This is a bit scary for Shazam. He just can't land the shot. But Shazam, look at this. All right, there you go. Almost as an afterthought, he gets the headshot. Shazam was just being stubborn at that point, though.
Yeah, exactly. I was, you know, at a certain point, it just turns into disappointment because he's refusing to move. It's like, you know when you're actually going to be able to land the shot or not. And that's not one of those times. So just, you know, get out, let someone else have a go. Maybe you can steal that, you know, steal the kill from him.
We won't think anything less of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, we'll commend you. Yeah, exactly. We'll commend you because you actually did, you know, a smart thing and not you throw away your AK.
I'm gonna get this guy.
But yeah, they do come out with the round win. So in the end, you know, Cloud9 are going to be happy about that. Semphis picking up early frag onto Pyth. And yeah, Cloud9 are doing a good job of molotoving out the sides, making sure that they don't get caught off guard, and that's why they didn't lose, you know, that many players really in the first round. And same story this time around.
And that is also quite a bit of, I mean, I'm liking the early pressure out here from Cloud9 as well. We'll see how that develops now that the rifles are going to get picked up for Orbit. Double glass cannon AWP. No, Jumpy just has enough for the Kevlar there, so he doesn't have to worry about getting shot. Maxi might have a little bit of trouble there, but the main thing is, are Cloud9 going to keep this fast pressure up, or is it going to start slowing down here? And that's what I'm worried about. I would actually like to see them try and maintain that flow that they've developed so far over the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. Quick push into middle. They've already flashed out Maxi, so he has had to, you know, fall back, and a couple of smokes here and there for Cloud9. What I'm curious to see now is where do they want to go with this mid control? Do they actually have a plan, you know, that's gone further than just going, yeah, guys, let's get mid control? From the looks of it, they want to pressure B.
Yeah, and they're already managing to get some pressure in. Maxi and Huiten, 2 kills actually coming in here for Team Orbit, but then Semphis does manage to clear Jumpy out of the site itself. Only problem here is they have a single smoke picked up on Shaz. He's going to be able to throw it down, and he's going to use it for upper. So Huiten not going to be as useful now. He's not going to be able to stop that bomb from making its way onto the site. Shroud, in the meantime, has picked up Rogue, so somehow we've wound up in a man advantage situation here for Cloud9.
Yeah, and if they just play their positions right, you can see Semphis with this smoke, you know, laying that down in lower. This should be an easy round for Cloud9. There's no way they should be able to lose this.
And I'd actually like, okay, just as I start saying it, they start edging their way out, but I would really like to see them just back off and hold on to these guns, Team Orbit. Like, you're not going to be able to get in there with so little time. And somehow, Semphis, he's just, okay, that's brave, I guess. He's like, you know, he feels like he's being criticized a little bit too much. You know, Richard Lewis, you better shut up. I'm going to get those frags.
Yeah, and yeah, that's I was about to call for that. Why didn't they pick up one of the orbs from either Jumpy or Maxi? And Pyth goes back for it. So they do manage to keep one rifle and one sniper. So not the end of the world, but obviously Cloud9 off to a great start, similar to how they did on Nuke.
And because of that, they're looking like they're going to be able to actually piece together a pretty reasonable buy here, Team Orbit.
Yeah, Maxi again going glass cannon. But other than that, fairly reasonable. Not like head armor really matters when you're up against only AKs.
A little perplexed by the Zeus buy on Jumpy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, okay, is he going to pull a nothing, wait up in vents, and just like hope that somebody's going to try and push in there fast?
That is a bit of a risky thing, but especially with the position that he's currently in, it's not like he's actually going to be able to make use of it. So that might just be money wasted.
Let's see, he might have cursed it there. Oh, there's the jump though. Shazams did spot the man at quad boxes at the back of the site. And attempted to preemptively, just chase him out of there or tag him as he tried to get out of there. But it does look like they are going to try and maintain this crossfire position here for Team Orbit. Third man is potentially going to rotate in here on CT side. We see him get the car now.
Yeah, and C9 just pretty much just waiting to dish out the Molotovs and force whatever potential positions that Cloud9 don't like, force Orbit out of them.
Let's see, again with the same A take. Smokes, flashes, the whole kit and caboodle, but Semphis is going to take out Pyth immediately. That leaves Roke alone, although he does have support from CT, but Maxi needs to hold this line. Shroud just comes around the corner and takes his face off, and Semphis will find the man holding in CT. Quick, concise, clear frags coming in there for Cloud9, and that puts him, I mean, this is a massive lead now for Cloud9. First 5 rounds of the half, and they've already got everything they need for their T side.
Oh yeah, and I mean, pretty much identical round to what they did in their anti-ecos. And we talked about it. The one we didn't really see much of on the first map, Shroud. This is a perfect map for him to get hot and really just wreak havoc on players. He's already on 12-0.
That was a bit awkward. Maxi being able to rush up and actually get in Shazam's face. He shouldn't be able to make it out alive, and Semphis will not allow it, but that Pyth does manage to find the headshot on Semphis. So they're doing some good damage here, Orbit, actually managing to get some guns off of Cloud9. But Cloud9 have now stabilized, and nothing will catch Jumpy, who's trying to push B-Halls. Nicely done there. 6th round picked up for Cloud9. But here it is. This is where basically the line has to be drawn in the sand. And how do they do it? 2 ops? No, 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed. That's it.
And I mean, yeah, this is pretty much it for Orbit. If they lose this is most likely going to be a double eco situation. And all of a sudden, you're seeing Cloud9 on a 9-0 lead on the less favored side. That's not what you want to see.
Whoa, gets the tag there on Jumpy. Jumpy barely makes it out in time as well. In the meantime, Shroud is taking out Huiten. That's one of the rifles down. One of the AWPs is getting sprayed down. Maxi just barely making it back onto short, but Jumpy is gone. There's one op off the map, and they've got control of the B site now, Cloud9. And at this point, Cloud9, they should get the plant, and then they should just be hunting. Go after these guns. They've got mountains of cash, Cloud9. They can definitely afford to throw away a few AKs to get these guns off of Team Orbit.
Yeah, basically just have one guy sit on the bomb, 4 others just fan out and try to find CTs. It doesn't really matter at all, actually, if you give away a gun at this point, or gun or 4. Well, but for Orbit, just one off lost or one rifle lost, that's just a massive loss.
Oh, this is a catastrophe. Maxi is gone.
And they know where Roke is.
Yeah, now they know that he's up in Squeak Door. They've got him boxed in. Shazam finds the shot. That's about as good as it gets. Cloud9 only losing nothing. The one man, and he's got 13 grand in the bank. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Shroud has yet to die.
Oh,
that's how. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
that's
he's at 15-1-0.
Yeah, that's how dire the situation is for Orbit right now. They can't get enough money to actually buy proper weapons, and Shroud just won't die.
That's a real problem. I was actually worried. I was going to joke about it earlier, saying, well, the double op strat, if the double op strat doesn't work, clearly you need to go to 3 ops, but I take that back. All you need is a 5-7. Pyth, there you go, case in point.
And pistol's confirmed better than all. But yeah, Semphis is going to be able to take out Rogue there. And all of a sudden, the A-bomb side is entirely open. Semphis just keeps it going.
Oh, man, but Huiten, man, steps in with that deagle. And look at this, close up Pyth, 2 kills. Sean Gares is now the last man alive, 1v3. He clears out this portion of the map, but the bomb is still in Garage. They know it is as well. Pyth has got an AK to play with now to hold this angle. And this gets very tricky now for Sean Gares. He's only got 1 flash to work with to try and create some magic here. And unfortunately, his wizard is already dead.
The one saving grace for, one light, I guess, that was in the tunnel of Sean Gares was the fact that Pythe's teammate was so far away really the entire time. So if he would have been able to actually pick up the frag on Pyth, there's no way he could have actually been punished for it, and he could have more or less picked freely and would have had a pretty good chance of actually getting onto his site and actually getting a plant down. Not that money is an issue for Cloud9 at this point, but still.
No, they're looking pretty filthy rich right now.
Yeah. And again, we're seeing double up setup, but this time, it's Rogue who picks the op, not Maxi.
What is that? Shroud runs into the fire. Jumpy waiting around the corner is going to take out nothing. He gets a third kill as well on Shongares. Cloud9 just not realizing where they were getting shot from thanks to that silencer. But now Semphis has had enough of the shenanigans. Gonna take a peek in, picks up the first man, down to 9 HP though. Still, does he realize it? Oh, he spots him, he knows, and he kills himself. Semphis, he just couldn't take it anymore. Bear the shame, he couldn't bear the shame.
There's no real words for that. No real words.
He just got so excited, man. He was like a puppy running after a ball. Just ran into traffic. Oh man, that was bad. Man, that was bad. Oh, Semphis.
Kittens into blender. So yeah, Shazam, last man standing. Not really much you can expect him to do right here. Could have actually picked up a pretty easy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You can hear everybody too. Ooh. That's a good shot. That was a good shot. They still save both AWPs though on Orbit's side.
Yeah, but that's like a pretty typical Shazam round, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, if one of those two shots should go in, it's the one by the big box.
See, if like Shazam ever clutches around, you guys can't I know it's sick, but I would just wish you'd be like, afterwards at the camera or something. Like, there you go, bro. Live up to your name.
The old school references.
He's gonna whip out a wand, somehow.
What kind of? No.
Alright.
Semphis starts it all off, picking up Rogue, and the Jumpy's, Maxi actually has been tagged down to 2 HP from that initial AWP shot from Shazam. All right, now things are looking pretty good for Cloud9. They do have, 3 Molotovs actually, so, we're most likely going to see what we've seen several times whenever Cloud9, walks towards that A-bomb site.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but soon there's going to be a sea of fire.
Looking for it right now. Pyth, he does spot the man in main, but he's already lost his teammate. Semphis takes out Jumpy in the meantime, who's holding a forklift, but there it is. The fire, the flames, and Shazam following up with the AWP. Wait, then getting him to line up and doing tremendous damage, but Shazam will take him out as well, and it's down to Maxi now. 2 HP left on this man, but he's in a 1v2 with an AWP, and he knows one guy is lurking, and he gets the kill, takes out Shaz. Now's the bomb down as well. 40 seconds left, however, means that Shongares does not need to rush this. He can take his time. Does not need to press, and there you go. Patiently waits for Maxi to walk into the crosshairs, and he gets the job done. 8 rounds now for Cloud9.
Yeah, and speaking of patience, that's what Shazam actually should have done in that situation. Just waited for Shongares to push up, and then they could have done, taken the peak together, just to play it, as safe as possible. But Shongares plays it smart and gets another round on the book for Cloud9. Right now, this T side is just absolutely fantastic for them.
Yeah, this is incredible. The complete turnaround from Cloud9. Look at the aggression coming out now. They're just going for the full sneak. Semphis, he's going to take out Maxi, but they have no idea that somebody walked in behind them, and there you go. Jumpy picks up the first man. He will not get the second, however, gets tagged down by that Tech 9, and Shroud in the meantime takes out Pyth with a headshot. So it's going to be down to Rogue, and it's going to be down to Huiten, but there's no Deagle magic this time from Huiten. He gets taken out by Semphis, and Cloud9 seems like a fairly standard, easy round for them, in fact. The aggression from Orbit, it looked exciting there for a second, but it never really panned out into anything. They didn't hit that critical mass.
Yeah, I mean, if Jumpy does pick up those 2 frags inside of Garage, then we could start talking about stuff that, starting to happen. Only, unfortunately for him, Sam was ready with the Tech 9, picked him up, and that just kind of killed the entire hopes of Orbit. But, we've seen bigger comebacks before. If Orbit can start, mounting a couple of rounds in a row here and maybe get 5 or 6, just went out the entire, rest of the half. There's still room for them to do it. I mean, they've shown that they've beaten Cloud9 on Cash earlier, so why, if Cloud9 can get 9 rounds, why can't Orbit? That's kind of the mindset they have to have.
Exactly, but not get the second, however, gets tagged down by that Tech 9, and Shroud in the meantime takes out Pyth with a headshot. So it's going to be down to Rogue, and it's going to be down to Huiten, but there's no Deagle magic this time from Huiten. He gets taken out by Semphis, and Cloud9 seems like a fairly standard, easy round for them, in fact. The aggression from Orbit, it looked exciting there for a second, but it never really panned out into anything. They didn't hit that critical mass.
Yeah, I mean, if Jumpy does pick up those 2 frags inside of Garage, then we could start talking about stuff that, starting to happen. Only, unfortunately for him, Sam was ready with the Tech 9, you know, picked him up, and that just kind of killed the entire hopes of Orbit. But, you know, we've seen bigger comebacks before. If Orbit can start, you know, mounting a couple of rounds in a row here and maybe get 5 or 6, you know, just win out the entire, you know, rest of the half, there's still room for them to do it. I mean, they've shown that they've beaten Cloud9 on Cash earlier, so what, you know, if Cloud9 can get 9 rounds, why can't Orbit? That's kind of the mindset they have to have.
Exactly, but exactly, you know, it's almost like that Nip-esque kind of, you know, it's like we've done it before, we can do it now.
Yeah.
There you go, 1 round at a time. I mean, you have to have that confidence if you're going to be competing at this level.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. See, you know, they do buy up, not the greatest bias of all time, not that many nades, max 7 on Rogue. Naturally, you know, playing close up towards A main.
This is the ideal position for him, actually getting into a bit of an eco. I like that spot that he was going for. He could go into the boost spot. He decides to change it up, go towards Squeak, and this could be an interesting angle for him to hold. Not going to find anybody there this time, however. Cloud9 have changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, they're actually just really taking their time, and I'm wondering if they're actually going to pop flush out Shroud and Shazam here into the middle just to get quick control and pick up a few frags.
There we have it. Flashes out, and now Maxi up in the vents, but they should realize exactly. They saw that the vents were shot out. They're like, wait a second. Sean is holding that angle. Shroud, however, is going to get taken out by Huiten. That looked like a guaranteed kill for Shroud, but he somehow messes it up. And instead, it's Semphis. You got to get this kill, Semphis. Does manage it, but he does take a little bit of damage in that exchange. Not ideal.
Yeah, and Rogue, having pushed aggressively through door, he's going to be able to pick up Shazam. And it's surprised that Shazam is actually still hanging around in mid instead of, you know, just dropping down, because most of the action in mid had already, you know, passed.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Nothing with the double, in fact. He takes out Python upper as well. 9 seconds left here, and the bomb gets planted. Rogue fairly low, nothing tagged up as well, so this is fairly even here between the two. No nades to make use of either. So this is all going to be down now to who holds the angle, who takes the peak, and nothing just pops up and takes Rogue out. Another round for Cloud9 on this T side. 10 rounds on your T side of Cash. This is just a completely different Cloud9 showing up in this best of 3.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for Orbit, it's the same thing. You get like one kind of mediocre buy going and, you know, grab a couple of kills, and then it's back to eco. So you're just kind of just constantly getting gut punched the entire time this game. And it's just a vast difference from what we saw in the first game of the day.
This is it now. Semphis putting some good pressure out. Does he lead properly? There it is. Kaboom. Nice flash, though. Jumpy going to get the job done, and revenge his fallen teammate. Avenge his fallen teammate, rather.
Yeah, and
we're not going to go full Swinglish here, but, you know, close.
And yeah, just like that, and as you know, with the snap of a finger, the entire Orbit team is gone. And I mean, it's really hard to stay positive, you know, for Orbit at this point, because nothing is really going their way. And it really seems like, you know, the players that have been, you know, not showing up previously today from Cloud9 are actually doing it. Shroud is playing an absolutely amazing game as of right now.
He is the one stepping up. You know, it was nothing this morning. Now it's Shroud. Kind of fitting as well. You know, he's putting them all to rest.
Yeah, and Semphis opens that once again, and he's, you know, been racking up the frags as well here, together with Shroud. And not surprisingly, Cloud9, you know, it feels like whenever they want a round, they just go back to that A setup. And right now, it seems like Orbit are just playing so aggressively all over the map that they're actually able to get lots of pickups before anything really happens from Cloud9 side either. So, you know.
They must be feeling so confident. Shroud just pushes forward. Semphis as well. Both of them. There you go. You called their name, Vent. They decide to step up. Another 2 frags for them. And the last man alive is Jumpy over on the B site, about as far away as he could possibly be. And again, they should just leave one guy on the bomb to mind it, make sure that there can't be any kind of shenanigans, sneaky stuff, and they should just be spreading out across this map now to hunt this guy down. Do not let him hold on to that AWP. Do not let him have it for the 15th round. Just make sure that you get this gun off of him. So I really would actually like to see them just pushing more aggressive. Like, throw one guy away just so you can figure out where the guy is holding, and then throw the rest at them. Yeah.
I mean, Cloud9 are going to be able to buy out regardless of what happens, and, you know, unless a meteor strikes.
Meteors, you know, I mean, don't tempt fate, man. We've had big boulders so far this tournament.
True. But yeah, so Cloud9, they could just throw away whatever they wanted. It's not like Jumpy's looking to swap up for an AK anyway. You know, he has his AWP. He wants to continue using that. And again, you know, I feel so sorry for Orbit because they can never get a really proper buy. For Masters, and even though they go with Masters, they're not actually getting enough nades really to hold off. As soon as Cloud9 plays for a bit of time, actually baits out a couple of nades, then the defense of Orbit is just completely gone.
No, they're definitely not prepared for this counter boost. That's a big play there. Pyth actually going for it, and he does manage to get a good kill, but Semphis in the meantime with an AWP has picked off Jumpy, and now he has eyes on short. Good patient play there, nobody showing, but then they step into it, and Rogue just gets taken out. Semphis point blank on Maxi, and wait, then he's been spotted out as well. There it is. Semphis with the quad kill, and he looks for the ace, but he is denied. Instead, it will be Shroud picking it up. So 4 for Semphis in the last round, with Shroud capping it all off. I mean, you have the 2 heroes of the first half here for Cloud9. I mean, fitting that they're the ones ending in fine fashion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, it's kind of how we felt, you know, watching the game. What was going on? It was basically just something, Semphis and Shroud opening everything up, at it, you know, all over the place for Cloud9. And 13-2. I mean, you could believe in miracles, but even this would be hard to really see going Orbit's way.
I agree. I think it's like 22-4 for Shroud right now. Like, that's unheard of. Yeah. And now Huiten just making a very quick play here, trying to put the pressure on early. Shazam holding connector, however. 2 guys holding solid on the site, but Huiten, long distance, will take out Semphis. This is big. The pressure coming in from Python. They're going to overwhelm Shroud. A defense has been cleared, but Shazam, the 2 headshots as they try and push through. Spots out the 3rd man as well on that site, and it's down to the remaining 2 players here for Orbit. Good timing on the Molotov to buy some time here on short, just trying to cut off that rotation. Now down to the remaining 2 members here for Cloud9, just rushing up onto the site, trying to keep the pressure up, not let Orbit get into decent positions. But nothing, just connecting, but these guys refuse to die. They keep giving ground. Nothing will finally take out Jumpy, and Pyth soon to follow. The defuse will come in, and Cloud9, this is perfect for them. 13 rounds, soon to be 14, and that winning the pistol as well. This has to prompt the force buy out of Orbit.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's going to be Tech 9 armor. That's really, you know, they just have to bank on it. And it's, you know, it's a shame because normally when you pick up the plan, you actually want to just wait that 1 round, buy up next, and, you know, go from there. But Orbit doesn't have that luxury because they got so few rounds on the first half, so they don't have a buffer.
They don't really have anything right now to work with.
Yeah, that said, like, it's not like a full buy, you know, fully grenaded, no, full grenades and Tech 9 armor is a bad buy at all. But I would have liked to see maybe a couple of Molotovs instead of full-on smokes for all of them. Similar to what Cloud9 pretty much were doing every time they went A.
Well, there it is, the full smoke round coming in here on the A site, and Orbit are going to be able to get into this site control. Semphis just hanging around on the edge, going for the double spray, readjusts, but is not able to pick up the remaining 2. Said that's going to have to come down to his teammates who have plenty of HP. Although, as I say that, Maxi chases nothing back into CT, drops him down to 16 points of health, and eventually takes his life.
Look at the HP of all the Orbit members. So low on HP.
This is very scary for them all. But just, you know, that quick AD action with that Tech 9, and they are going to be able to emerge victorious. Team Orbit, Tech 9 play, and a perfect smoke execution round onto A. And they have 3 rounds now on the map.
Yeah. And this is where, you know, they bring it back.
Gets wild.
The comeback is real.
Yeah, this is it. Okay. What we've all been waiting for. Because now, I mean, we said it before. Orbit, they are capable.
And this is weird to me. Cloud9 actually opt to not force up. And like, if this might be one of the safest scenarios in the history of CS where you can actually force up without no consequence, because you have such a big cushion that it doesn't really matter if Orbit starts, you know, if they actually get a round or 2 where you actually take a chance.
Shazam with a little bit of an off timing there. Just no luck. Maxi turns away, but I think there's the double take. He spotted nothing. Nothing is crossing his fingers, hoping he didn't see me. He didn't see me. He didn't see me. I'm going to catch him off guard. But that is not meant to be this time around. Instead, it's Sean Gare stepping up with the P250. Up close, looks for another headshot. Not going to connect. And Jumpy will take him out with that Tech 9. And now Orbit have control of the B site. Semphis did spot the man at the back of checkers, but he decides to go for the site instead, and he will get the kill with that CZ75. Nicely done there by him, making this a bit more of an expensive round for Orbit. But they haven't been able to pick up any rifles to actually make use of here, Cloud9. So it's all going to be down to Shroud, and he gets the peekaboo kill on Maxi. Dodges the HE, or the majority of the damage. And does he actually have a gun to work with? Yes, he does. Now he has the AK, and he can back off and hold on to this. It's his little trophy.
Yeah, and actually with the AK saved, I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw them force up with, you know, Shroud's AK, maybe 5-7 buy up, something like that. If, well, you know, they have that luxury if they want to. But most likely we're going to see another eco.
I mean, they could go for it. I mean, they could if they really wanted to, but it does look like they're really just playing it safe.
Yeah, exactly. When they took the safe route for the first round, most likely sticking by it. And I mean, I think in the eyes of Sean Gears, right now you don't want to mess about and actually throw this away and actually give Orbit an opportunity to get back into it or start to feel good about themselves. I guess that's his mindset. So yeah, nothing against the fact that they're just taking it nice and slowly and trying to play it as safe as possible.
Headshot there onto Huiten.
Yeah.
That's scary. P250 though, it must have clipped through the edge of the wall. We have some decent pressure being applied here. Orbit really taking their time, but Rogue will find the shot onto Shroud, so that's going to weaken the defense here on the A site. Shows that Semphis, they know that he has the AK here, so Orbit have to be a little bit more careful about how they take this site. It is a cartel though, so I mean, this is the most deadly AK in the world. You got to be careful with it. But they aren't going to manage. They are not going to manage this time around Cloud9 to inflict any kind of damage here. And Orbit will be able to walk out and get this site practically for free.
Yeah, now it's really up to Sam and Sean Gears to just sit around and wait for someone from Orbit to run into them.
Yeah, Huiten, I mean, I like this. Backing up, no need to take the risk. Jumpy is going to miss that follow-up shot, however. And he really wants to go for more as well. Do they peek together? No, they do not. Instead, Sean Gears is going to get pinned down and cleaned up. It's going to be Shazam to find Pyth. And does he get the AK? Yes, he does. Does he survive? It looks like it. He decides to go for the peek and the one-shot headshot onto Rogue. Very clean work indeed.
And then he gets greedy.
Yeah, that's it. That is it, man. Greed is not good in this scenario. He could have held on to that AK, but I guess for him, he's like, we're all going to be filthy rich in the next round anyways. I guess I can get greedy and go for it.
He's trying to catch up to Shroud and Semphis.
He's got a bit of work ahead of him, though.
Yeah. So yeah, first buy round for Cloud9. And yeah, not surprisingly, an open Shazam. And a fairly standard setup, really, coming out from the CTs. Yeah, just one Molotov on the Orbit side. That's for Jumpy. Most likely going to be used for...
Oh, wow, that was a great step out there from nothing. Actually, just catches Rogue off. Split-second hesitation there on Rogue's side, and that's all nothing needed to pick up that frag. But there we go. The man advantage now for Cloud9. Once they've bought up, they start applying the pressure. Man behind Forklift, not going to worry about that Molotov. That's not going to force him out into the open. So Pyth, no joy for him. He's instead just going to attempt to the wall bang through. That's not really going to get anything done here. Instead, Semphis will take out his teammate Jumpy. And Semphis not sure if he spotted the second man there in main. Looks like it. Tries to hit the timing, but Pyth will take him out first. Well done there by Pyth to keep his teammate alive.
Oh, they're just looking at each other without even knowing.
Do we find the angle here? Does Shroud actually get the job done? Yes, he does. The first one at least. That buys the time for Shazam to step in and take out the second. Headshot coming in from Huiten, though. Takes out Shazam, but it's still a 2-on-1 scenario. Huiten is alone. Bomb in the corner, and only 30 seconds left to get this plant, but he spotted the man out on upper and gets this into a 1v1 scenario. Can Huiten come through for his team and keep their hopes alive in this tournament? That's what it all comes down to right here. But with 20 seconds left, he should be able to get the bomb plant. Instantly cancels out that Molotov. That's going to force him out into the open, but he misses the shot. 16 HP. And now he goes for the plant.
Bomb has been planted.
Does Sean hit this timing correctly, though? Huiten going for the mind games, trying to make noise. Makes him think that this is going to be a squeak play. He just changes up the angle. Now Sean Gears has to be patient. He doesn't have a kit, but he has time still. He can take his time and really work his way around these angles. Huiten just walks around and the perfect positioning, but he bundles it. He shoots into the cases. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. He just got robbed.
I mean, he just robbed himself.
Yeah.
Like, he literally just punched himself in the face.
Oh man, that is painful.
But that's kind of how Orbit has felt this entire game. I mean, nothing is really going their way, and you would think like that should be a kill.
Yeah.
To give him credit, that should be a kill, but hitboxes with certain objects are really wonky on some maps.
I'm just like, you got metal there. Half those bullets looked like they went into the metal.
Yeah, but half didn't.
Half didn't, but
I mean, yeah, but still, like that, I think that should be a kill in this game. Unfortunately for Orbit, it wasn't. And yeah, that's just the kind of game they've been having.
Yeah, nothing really working their way, even at the end there. That was magical. But now, again, Cloud9 get the advantage. Man advantage here to begin. Shroud has been taken down to 11 HP, but they still look fairly solid. They've got the gear. The Molotov there to force Roke out. He gets completely blinded. He's dancing on the edge, still sitting on 39 HP, and he does manage to still pick up a kill onto Shongares. Luckily for them, nothing was right around the corner and is able to instantly return. So Cloud9 maintained the man advantage here.
And look at the aggression from Semtis here, and he's going to be able to catch out Quitten, and now it's all on Jumpy. 1-on-4 situation. Even though Shroud is low, this is a pretty tall order.
Let's see here, Jumpy. What he has in store for us, can he actually get it done in 30 seconds time? Not a whole lot of time to act, really. It looks like he's just going to start pressing forward onto this A site. At this point, Cloud9 could even let him have the site. Just go ahead, plant the bomb. We've got 4. We'll just come at you all together at the same time, and there's no way you're going to be able to survive that. But there it is. They spot him out. 60 health, 15 seconds, and he steps into Shroud's crosshairs. The final frag goes Shroud's way, and Cloud9 will be advancing to the semifinals to face off against Envy tomorrow morning.